Welcome to the Wealth and Wellness All Women Rock podcast, hosted by me, Tamara, the CEO and founder of All Women Rock Global. Join me on this journey as we explore topics, conversations, and interviews related to wealth and wellness. Let's get started. Welcome to our first installment of Meeting in the Ladies' Room, a segment of our Wealth and Wellness podcast by All Women Rock Global. Thank you so much for joining us on today. With these Meeting in the Ladies' Room, these will be our 5 to 10 minute segments where we just kind of meet in the ladies' room, discuss a few things. No topic is off limits, and then we go back out. So again, welcome to our first Meeting in the ladies' room. I want to start off by saying I have always been a fan of the Chrisley show. Chrisley Knows Best. And if you've been keeping up with them in the media lately, you know there was a sentencing for alleged crime that they committed. During my downtime, I decided I wanted to binge watch Savannah's podcast, Unlocked, on YouTube. On one of the episodes, she was discussing with her father, Todd, about not wanting to feel like she owes anyone anything. On one particular day, her brother Chase was asking her if she needed something. She was in a hurry to leave the house, and so he reached out to her to see if she needed something, and she was like, "No, I'm good. I got it." Todd said, "You are a control freak like me. You saw your brother was trying to help you. You wanted to be in control of the situation." Because later they was talking about what kind of happened later. And he said, you was resentful because he didn't do something you pushed him away from. Savannah stated on the podcast, she likes to do things on her own because she doesn't want to feel like she owes anyone anything. So Todd responded, well, in a way, Savannah, we kind of all owe someone something. He went further to talk about what he owes his parents, his wife, and his children. When he said that, I was thinking, like, for me, I've always kind of been similar to Savannah. I don't want to have to feel like I owe anyone anything, or I don't want to be in a situation where I am waiting on you to do something for me, because within that time, I feel like I could do it on my own. And I've kind of felt the way that she felt, but when Todd made the statement, well, in a way, we kind of owe everyone something in one form or another, it kind of made me think. Because I've always felt like I don't owe anyone anything except for my children. But as he continued to talk further, I thought, well, maybe we all do kind of owe people something in whatever capacity that may be. And as I was thinking, it's like whether it be our time, our money, thank you, listening ear, love, grace, compassion, silence, or maybe ignoring them. We do owe just about everyone that we have a relationship something. And it just kind of made me think, like, I guess I've always kind of, I don't know if it's the only child syndrome or what, but I've kind of always felt like, I don't know, I don't owe anybody anything. I don't want to have to owe anybody. But as I thought about it, I was like, well, you do, because your friendships, you owe them a listening ear, a helping hand. And our relationships with our family, immediate family, you owe them love. We owe them grace. We owe them compassion. And there might even be some people, whether it's relationships, previous relationships, or whatever it may be, some people, we actually owe them our silence. Sometimes we tend to think that we're possibly obligated to continue something based on something that might have previously happened, whether it was a relationship or you just don't want to ruin something, and you know this person is toxic, or maybe you shouldn't be talking to them. And sometimes we owe people our silence. And I think that's also kind of a form of self-care. We owe some people our silence, or just possibly just ignoring them. So I just wanted to bring that to you today. Like, what do you feel like you owe someone, or possibly that you do not owe someone? Maybe you could have a different opinion about it. Again, this is just our meeting in the ladies' room. What do we owe? What do we owe our relationships? What do we feel like we owe, or possibly feel like I don't owe anybody anything? You could be like me. I don't owe anyone anything except for my children and my family. But when it was explained like that on the episode, you guys can check it out, listen to it. When he stated in a way, we owe somebody something, whether it's our clients within our business, and sometimes people be like, well, I don't look at it like me owing somebody something. I look at it as just a relationship. But coming from the way I am, as Savannah was or is, how she's like, well, I'll do it myself because I don't want to have to feel like in the long run, well, I owe you this because you did this for me, or you're taking too long to do what I needed you to do. So I feel like I can't rely on nobody but myself because people let me down too much. So I'll just continue to remain in control of relationships or my surroundings, whatever it may be. I'm going to remain in control because I don't want to be put in a position where I got to rely on you to help me. So that was just, it's so many ways this can be unpacked, but it was just like a meeting in the ladies' room moment for me. What do we owe, or what do we possibly not owe? And it just made me think we do owe, in some form or another, our time, money, a thank you, a listening ear. Maybe it be love, grace, compassion, silence, or possibly ignoring them. So let me know. Send us a message on social media at All Women Rock Global. What do you owe? Or what do you possibly not owe anyone? Or you can shoot me an email, Tamera, Tamera, at allwomenrockglobal.com. Thank you so much for listening to our very first episode of Meeting in the Ladies' Room. Until next time.